Hello, my amazing Tauruses. Welcome into a general reading for you. I hope you're doing well out there. We're going to talk about what you need to hear right now, okay? What you need to hear the most, and see where that takes us. But do remember to book a personal reading with myself. All you need is down below in the description box, including my email. Just reach out via email and I'll get that started for you. But pulling right from the middle, the Two of Swords, it feels like being drawn to this reading, regardless of how intuitive you give yourself credit for, bad wording, how intuitive you feel you are, and whatnot. It's as if you don't see the way as clearly as you'd like, right? Certain question marks rolling around in your mind, feeling like there's a lot of distraction, annoyances, and difficulties that you have been dealing with up until this point, even if it's not consistent per se. I hope that makes sense. You know, some of which is due to work, it's due to maybe financial obligations, difficulties, it could be your spirituality, maybe energy playing into it. But I do feel like, okay, one or two, if not more people in your life for some. But it's a sense of a lot of Tauruses drawn to the reading looking for new love or new employment, financial success, maybe for things to take off for you in the right direction. A long time coming is the message now coming through. And I feel like you're needing to trust in the mystery of your Taurus path. I know it's a lot easier said than done, right? But it's a time for you where trusting where you feel the blindfold is kind of put in place, where you don't have the answers, all the puzzle pieces, if you will. Everything will come to be as it's meant to, and you will figure it out, is what I'm hearing, okay? But the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, I feel like in a very, I heard a pronounced way, a very discovering kind of way. You're being noticed and gaining financial rewards due to it moving forward. Those of which who have been struggling financially, I feel like you're going to see things increasing and cleaned up for you easier and quicker than you expect moving forward. For some of which I feel like you need to give it a couple weeks or maybe a month or so. But I do feel like your hard work is going to pay off, to say the very least. And it feels like people are going to want to gift you financial comfort, is what I'm hearing, but maybe just money in general. It could be other levels of abundance coming through, but it feels like there's a true reminding coming through way too often. Kind of reminds me of the Leo reading I just did for what they need to hear. As I was being drawn to the yarn sort of unraveling, it's as if spirit or maybe other aspects of life reminds you too often or in annoying ways of what was unraveling at that time, right? What didn't feel like it could be kept together or didn't come together. It feels like you need to remember that everything is happening as it's meant to, and you're going to feel very watched moving forward. At times, maybe in unwanted ways, say an authority figure at work or something. Could be people staring out and about. I don't see a lot of Tauruses as a leaf falls being annoyed with the random attention, but I do feel like you are going to feel very watched by spirit for the better and for the worse. But please remember, being drawn to this reading, there's true protection provided to you up until this point, and more so moving forward. Some of which this is pairing with intertwining with a spiritual increase, but or just a spiritual awakening and or change. But I do feel like either way, there's protection, guidance, and support moving forward. And they want to always call it your waking life. Your walking life is what I'm hearing. But as well when it comes to the spiritual realm. I'm hearing something about your dreams. It feels like there's going to be a mix of emotions in regards to them. They could be alerting, enlightening. It could be, naturally some of which are going to come through in a negative sense, right? Not every spirit is going to be helpful and whatnot. But let's keep pulling. Splitting the deck to the Five of Pentacles, it feels like you're gaining justice in regards to where you didn't fit in, okay? Maybe also in regards to, or in general, in regards to a sense of lack, rewinding back. It feels like I'm hearing loss for some, but you will feel the justice flowing in for you, coming to be, transforming within your Taurus life more so moving forward, because you're being pushed away from people, places, situations, things in general that aren't in alignment with you anymore, okay? It feels like you need to recognize that when you need a key to a door or a door to open in general, if you look at that imagery in the Five of Pentacles, you will receive it at the right divine timing, okay? Now, I want you to remember, think back selectively in a very simplistic manner. When you needed a door to open for you or for something to come in for you, and it maybe didn't come in right off the bat, but it came in soon after that, right? Or even maybe a little bit further out for some, but it was the right timing if you think back to it, okay? Whether it was more so the space between when you wanted / needed it and, you know, it being acquired, that door opening could be more in regards to just the timing of that opportunity being available and being very much in alignment with you at that time. Does that make sense? And so it reminds you to trust in the abundance that's meant to come in at the right time. And it's simply this vibe of you being as well inspirational and this bringing you back justice, but giving you, okay, I'm hearing good karma and other levels of rewards. But it feels like a lot of which need to stay connected to their belief system, that hope, to have faith in the fact that things are going to work out. Any movement you foresee or decide to embark upon moving forward, whether it's a move of residence, a shift in your career, it could be traveling. It feels like that's going to bring you abundance. It's going to feel abundant, okay? And it's going to reiterate that you're an intuitive soul, to say the very least. But the World card, as well as the Seven of Wands, it feels like as well moving forward, a lot's going to be coming towards you, okay? For some of which this is speaking upon your spirituality. It could be as well business oriented. It could be work oriented, financial matters as well. And abundance, right? Doesn't all have to be heavy or just a lot to handle. But it feels like either way, it's wrapped up with, intertwined with your Taurus path and the world changing for the better. And when you feel like you're elevating is what I'm getting, when you feel like you are transforming in an upward direction, a forward direction even, as they just showed somebody being lifted off the ground, levitating, if you will, and then shifting forward. Just quite a fascinating image. But I feel like this is when you need to remember that things are very supported for you more so now and moving forward, and that your life and you as a soul transforming for the better, okay? And so I feel like that's one of those examples, and it can come through in other ways, other forms, other feelings is what I'm getting. You feeling more powerful, more empowered than you once did, right? You don't deserve to feel a lack of empowerment, a lack of power, regardless of how that looks and has felt for you, or will moving forward. But it feels like as well, there's a huge focus on the areas of your life overlapping, right? Maybe experiences, moments overlapping, things connecting to the past in odd ways for you moving forward. But I do sense that it's going to maybe feel enlightening at certain points, and at other points reminds you the divine timing at play once again, and the purpose in certain ways that is absolutely part of your Taurus path. And there's this feeling of you having desirable energy, you know, in that needing to be protected, of course, regardless of whether you're an empath or not, right? Your energy is valuable, it's important, and desired once again. But it feels like this is going to help you get what you want. It's going to help you transform your life for the better and help you move forward in easier ways. But it's this feeling as well that you need to remember your worth, because maybe it's a spiritual force or two in a negative sense, maybe that job, or maybe a person or two in your life, or certain reminders coming through, however that comes to be, or certain struggles in your life. You need to remember your worth, okay? Because you're one worthy soul, and as you grow and change, and your path once again does as well, that worth is increasing. For some, it's quadrupling. You got to understand yourself better as that transforms and grows for you. But I do feel like there's certain churns moving forward that you're going to intuitively and maybe spiritually confirmed or guided as well to take. And however that looks for you, you need to trust that things are meant to move for you in the right direction, right? And kind of like we were talking about the levitating and shifting forward, they're now showing somebody take a churn, and then things start to elevate in that sense. Things start to go uphill for you. At times it may feel like it's a little bit harder than things need to be because of it, because of the increase and progression and whatnot, but in other ways it will feel easier and rewarding at the very least, okay? What an amazing reading for you, Taurus. I hope it was truly helpful. Sending you all the love and light, and we'll talk again soon.